Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is gonna be maybe a magical girl anime. I don't know what this is. I'm confused, but a good confused. It's not a bad confused. This is going to be on Wonder Egg Priority. It's airing on Funimation, and more likely, I can see this one being dubbed, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Genres, I would say drama, for sure. A little bit of horror. Psychological, if you guys are into that, and there's a mystery side to it as well. So, action, not a lot of it, but some action to it. Pretty interesting story. I was confused in the beginning, and I was confused towards the end. But I guess things will be answered for us eventually. Now, before I continue, guys, a few things. If you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There is a giveaway airing today, this evening, so make sure you guys don't miss it. It will be open for everyone who is subscribed, so might as well do it now. Also, guys, quite a bit of first impressions already out, so go check those out in my channel. Also, give love to this video, comment, like, and share. And, well, let's now continue with our first impressions on this video. So, Wonder Egg Priority is based on this girl who we don't know why she is the way she is, right? At the beginning. We eventually get the information, but she essentially saves this bug from dying, and she buries the bug, and then the bug starts talking to her about how she needs to go to this one location, and she's gonna get this thing for free. The first one is free, is what they tell her. And I guess that's a good key point, because I didn't even remember that until now, but they tell her the first one is free, and she goes to this like weird place where it ends up being a tunnel, or first it's an escalator and then becomes a tunnel, and she falls and she ends up with this egg. Then she wakes up from a dream, and it was all a dream, but when she turns around, realizes that the egg is still with her. So it was a dream, but not so much of a dream. She did actually was able to keep what she received. Now, she tries different things with the egg. One, tries cracking it, it's too hard. Tries biting it, it's too hard. She's like, should I make it warm? Should I make it cold? What should I do with the egg? So she has all these questions of what the egg is, and eventually she goes back to sleep, and she tries to leave her home. Like, again, in all this, you think that she's not dreaming, but she tries to leave. She tries to leave her home, and her outside of her home becomes school. Now, before this scene, we do see a scene where a teacher comes home and gives mom the work of the day, and apparently she hasn't been going to school. She's very much locked up in her room, doesn't talk to anyone, just kind of sits there. And this is important because throughout the episode we see why we see her like this at the beginning of the anime. Now, again, we're confused at the beginning. We get some of these answers towards the middle of the episode, and essentially she shows up in school, and first thing she sees are two girls writing horrible things in someone's locker. Now, I don't know if this is her locker, but they're doing that, and she looks at them like, what are you doing? And when they turn around, their faces are all blurred out, and it's a freaky thing. But anyways, she freaks out, so she starts running, and she just hides in a restroom, and she just doesn't want to be there. She doesn't want to be in school, right? She hasn't been there in days. She doesn't want to be back. So she's there, and the toilet paper starts attacking her, and she escapes from it, but eventually she hears what the toilet paper wants to say, and he's like, break the egg. So she throws the egg against the wall after getting very agitated, and the egg breaks, and we see a girl come out. So this girl comes out, and the mission for her what we find out is to protect her. Essentially, she doesn't really know that that's her mission, but that's her mission. There's these little creatures being controlled by this girl, who's just also her face is blurred and she's just a maniac. They're chasing them and they're trying to kill them. Right? And particularly they're trying to kill the girl from the egg, not our protagonist. Now our protagonist does get hurt. She gets stabbed in the liver, but quickly finds out that it's a dream because it's healed out of a sudden, right? So after escaping, they have a little moment of friendship, and then they realize that they're chasing the egg girl, not her. So she just kind of ditches her, which is kind of weird. And then at the end of the episode, she ends up saving her, throwing herself off a building, and it looks to me like becoming into a magical girl and destroying the evil-looking girl controlling these little demons. At the end of the episode, they shake hands, and the egg girl disappears. Now, we get more of the episode after that, but in between, we get some answers from our protagonist. She is the way she is because she had a friend, and she committed suicide. We see her look over the edge, and her friend is in the sidewalk. Her head is smashed. She died. Then we get further back of a flashback to how they met. She was new to school, and her friend really just wanted to be friends with her. And personally, it looked like she wanted to be more than friends. She was very affectionate with her. So I don't know. I feel like they were more than friends, but she does say that the reason that she committed suicide was because of her betrayal. So something to do with it. I'm not really sure with all that, but what we also find out is that there's a statue in this world that is just like her friend, and each time she saves someone, the statue becomes more and more of a person. So she is told that her friend can be revived as long as she continues saving these egg people. Obviously, at the end of the episode, she runs to the same location to get more eggs, and she meets these strange two creatures, and they're like, okay, well, you can get eggs, but there's someone before you, so you have to wait. So she looks around the corner, and there's a new girl who is also in the cover of the anime, and she's getting eggs. And that's it. That's the end of the episode. A few things that I was left with. Question one is, she makes this question because they show her like all these eggs are actually people like your friend that are statues somewhere else. So she makes the question, are all these eggs people that committed suicide? And they're like, we're not going to tell, but that kind of tells us that yes, probably more likely these are all people that committed suicide. But I also feel like they're like tricking her. Maybe the statue is not actually her friend, but the looks of her, maybe, or maybe her friend can't revive and can only stay in this dream world. I don't know. It just seems like too good of a story for it to be true. I myself would have questioned it from the beginning. I didn't mention one part of the episode, whereas that when she wakes up from that dream, you know how she got stabbed in the liver? Well, she is actually literally stabbed in the real world. So when she wakes up, she faints, and there's this whole panic because she's hurt. But there's a lot of questions to this anime that I have, and I wish I had the time to discuss them, but I kind of want to react to this one. It doesn't release on a actual good time. I think it releases on Tuesdays, like at 9, which is a horrible time for me to try to react to an anime because I'm working. But it is one that I would love to react to because it's a psychological. It's in my realm. I really would enjoy it. So out of 10, I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. I think. Surprisingly, this one is one that I didn't expect for it to be good. I saw the name and I saw the cover and I'm like, this is going to be a slice of life. It doesn't look that interesting, but then I watched the episode. Wow. For those who don't know, I don't read the descriptions because Most of the time, descriptions will ruin the first episode, or maybe even the first two episodes. So I don't read the descriptions, but I do go and try almost every single anime to see what's good, what's not. And this one ended up being good. So 7.5 is what I give it. Let me know if you're watching it. If not, go check it out. It is in Funimation. It will be free to people on Tuesdays if you guys want to watch it for free. So thank you guys again for your love and support. Make sure you give some love to the channel. Subscribe, and guys, see you guys in the giveaway.